I feel for me as 30 years older, the gift of re-entering a sensibility that was intuitive, and now I have tools to question that, or to just really like, what was I thinking, or what was I really feeling, and how does that lodge in a body, not only my body, so that is the information I'm looking. Ultimately, you are the holder of an event. It's not my event at all anymore, but it's like I want as best as possible for you, your experience in the time of this piece, to be as generative for you.
I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and a lot of my work references my time in Pittsburgh. It's such a diverse city in the most exciting of ways. It's a city where there's a lot of art and culture, but in a way that is not really boastful, but it's just present. And I think that the presence of art in our community is in some ways reflected in the way that I like to kind of create conversations with the everyday while blending these kind of like these elements of things that are viewed as kind of high art with low art or what have you, but just blending cultures and perspectives to make the work that I'm interested in. I do like to kind of at times make work that can have an alternate perspective, work that raises questions and raises conversation. Sometimes I do want to make something that's just pretty, but more times than not, I'm really interested in work that can kind of spark questions, passion, love, empathy, anger, just get people charged in some capacity. Yeah, I mean, it's good for me to think about my influences on a much broader scale. My parents are major influences for me. My father was such a gentle soul. I never heard him cuss once in my entire life. Or say, I think there was only one person I can ever think that he said anything slightly negative about, and that's something I could definitely grow from. So that was great. And my mother just had such an amazing sense of humor and giving spirit that it's something that I want to try to achieve in my lifetime. Ralph Lemon is a major idol of mine, as is Bebe Miller. My contemporaries, people like Camille Brown. If I'm working with my company, the way in which we go about making a work shifts pretty much every single time we make something. Similarly, when I'm working with a company or an artist on a solo project or a duet or something, it's trying to get a sense of either how they move or what they like to do, that hopefully shifts and or helps to generate something in the process. For our work, I was trying to really figure out what the point of entry was, sonically and story-wise, et cetera, et cetera. And so I just kept going back and forth on a couple different sounds and ideas. I was sending you a couple different videos of some solos that I had made for either myself or a dancer in the company. And I think probably in some ways it was because I work a lot with my students here at UCLA, mentoring some of them. And one of them had been using a lot of Nina Simone, and I'd gone to yoga class, one of my yoga classes a couple nights before you were coming to town, and my yoga teacher was playing some Nina, and it seemed right. It seemed like there was a nice, something so beautiful and mature and heartbreaking and strong and distinctive about her voice that I thought could really complement our collaboration.